Joining us from DePaul, interim head coach Pizzotti, student athlete Jorie Allen. We'll begin with an opening statement from coach, then we'll go to questions for Jorie, allow her to get back to the locker room, and close out with questions for coach.
Just a really tough game. I give a lot of credit for Xavier for coming out ready to play, and a couple of their kids really having big games. Jorie Allen for us, just as you watch her play, you can see she does everything that she possibly can to try to get a win for us, and that's how she's been all year. And she's been an unbelievable leader for our team, and we tried to make her do everything again tonight. But I'll give some credit to Xavier, but then also really want to speak about the fact that Jorie Allen's been an unbelievable leader for this basketball team this year.
We'll start with questions for Jorie. Back right.
DJ Hardy, Chicago State of Mind. Jorie, you had a double-double. I just wanted to ask, what has playing for DePaul meant to you so far? And I have a follow-up.
DePaul has been a home for me the past 5 years. I've met a lot of great people. I'm extremely loved and supported in everything I do there. It's made me, who I am. It's allowed me to grow into who I am today, and I'm going to be forever thankful for all my experiences with DePaul, on the court, off the court, and that's what it's meant.
And then at halftime, I just want to get what was the message in the locker room, before you guys started climbing back in that game despite the loss?
We just talked about competing. I thought Xavier did a tremendous job of taking it to us in the first half, and we did not respond well, which was on my part almost. I was expecting us to get off to a rough start just because we're a young team, and tournament time is always, you always feel those nerves for that first time in that first game. But I just told my girls, it might be tough in the beginning, but just stay together, weather the storm, stick to the game plan. But Xavier was making plays and we weren't, and that was the difference. So in the locker room, Coach Jill was telling us get back, to our fundamentals and be strong with the ball on the offense and defensively, to do what we talked about in practice, and be in rotations, be there for each other, know what we're trying to do as a team. I was really excited to see everybody come alive in the second half. That was a lot of fun. That's what March Madness is all about. I'm glad we made everybody a little bit nervous, and we just couldn't pull it out. But it was a fun second half, and it was a bumpy season for us, I think, but very enjoyable on my part.
Question here in the second row.
Peyton Hopp of the DePaulia. Jorie, of course, it was your last game as a Blue Demon. How are you feeling?
I'm very hungry right now. Besides that, I don't have a great answer for you. I think I got a lot of my emotion out last weekend at senior day. That day was almost overwhelming, and just the appreciation and love I got from, Dwayne Peavy, my athletic director, to, the guy I say hi to every day when I walk into the building. Everybody's just made it known that I put a smile on their face, and in turn, I hope that everyone knows that the best part of this whole experience for me was coming in every day and seeing my people, and the joy of the game is not always in the big moments. The joy of the game is practicing, and I firmly believe that. I loved coming in every day and getting to work and going through our routine and seeing the ball go through the hoop and imagining what it's going to look like on the floor at a game. So I guess a lot's going through my mind right now, but at the same time, I'm looking forward to going and having dinner with my parents right now. And I think of course, I'm disappointed, but at the same time, I'm proud.
We'll stay in the second row right here.
Hi, Laura from the DePaul too. Jorie, you've been a leader and you call your team your girls. What would be your message to your girls after this season?
I tell them all the time to find what makes them happy and pursue that on and off the court. and you don't have to conform to, any particular position or path. It can be exactly what you want it to be, and I think I'm a great example of that. I mean, I made 1 3 this season, but I still, was a scorer. You don't have to, and I can shoot threes. I just don't. I was never out there. And academically, I thought I was a political science major, and I thought I wanted to go to law school, but then I got into creative writing, and now I just want to write books. But I tell them all the time, you come in, you work hard, and you enjoy the people around you, everything's gonna work out for you. And with each year they're here, their experience is gonna pile up, and they're gonna get more confident. And in situations that are difficult at the college level, upperclassmen always see themselves in younger classmen, because we've been there, we've gone through it, whether it be injury or things off the court, or relationships with coaches and stuff like that. So I think that I gotta tell them, just enjoy the time and be them.
Any other questions for Jorie? Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, guys.
Questions for Coach? Back right corner.
Coach, DJ Hardy, Chicago State of Mind. I just first wanted to ask, kind of like how this game went. I'm assuming through your season, like, you guys have fought through adversity. It's just how did your team and how do you personally just fight through adversity through this season?
Well, just, the kids, our team was dealt adversity in September when Coach had to go on medical leave, and you just talk about coming into work every day and work to get better. We had a very young team, 10 freshmen and sophomores, a couple transfers who hadn't really played at this level. So it was all about a focus on working to come in every day and get better. And then we dealt with several injuries to several guards, and it's just an opportunity. It's an opportunity for people to step up, and then we had a really tough non-conference schedule. So they've been used to dealing with adversity and just fighting through it. And I thought this group did a great job of fighting through all of that and really believing in themselves for Big East play. And at halftime when we're down and Canerva hits the 3 to, I think it's 14 at halftime, it's just dig in, and you got to get stops on the defensive end, and then come down and again fundamentally do what we're trying to get done on offense, and again, I give a lot of credit to Mayo. She hits 6 threes, and she wasn't a secret. We did know about her. We were trying not to allow her to catch and shoot threes, but it's just a matter of battling. And then when we started to battle, we said, hey, let's try to cut at the end of the third quarter to 13, and we came in down 11. And then it was just possession by possession. You just have to battle. You got to battle. And then there's a timeout when the score was tied 62, and it's like, hey, you fought yourself up the mountain, but now you got to keep fighting. You got to keep fighting. And again, to Xavier's credit, they answered with a bucket. They're a team that doesn't necessarily. They're a team that shot extremely well from the free throw line today, given their season stats. And that's what you got to do in games like this. So in the locker room afterward, it's March basketball. If you want to survive in advance, as they say, you've got to execute game plan, and you got to make big shots, and people have to step up, and we ended up on the short end today, and it's great to see us battle back, but our job is to always to fight hard and to do that, so it would have been great if we could have completely turned the corner and come away with a W. But again, I give Xavier some credit for going down the stretch, making a bunch of free throws, and handling the game.
We'll go to Megan in the back left.
Megan Caffrey, Big East. Coach, kind of going off that of your team's ability to battle back. When you think about it, down 22 points and then to even have the opportunity to potentially win at the end. When you look at the youth on your team, who really took a step forward today?
Natalia Nelson, number 21, she did a tremendous job today. Coming in, she earned her way on the floor, and it took her most of the season before she earned her way on the floor in February, late January, on the defensive end of the floor. She got to play because she was defending extremely well, and she was capable of rebounding. So she earned her way on the floor with defending, and we worked with just playing to her strengths offensively. and then she went in today and did a good job defensively, and then when we needed to press, she did a great job up the floor. She had an incredible motor. She just kept getting after it, and then she did in a very, very good way, played to her strengths on the offensive end of the floor, put the ball to the floor, and did a tremendous job. So for Natalia, she saw herself play her best college basketball game tonight.
Any other questions for Coach? Back right.
Coach, in the previous question I asked you, you was talking about executing a game plan. So I just wanted to ask, were there any parts of the game plan that you found weren't executed tonight?
It's hard for me to see Mayo, hit those threes, because we just talked so much about not leaving her on the strong side. If you're on help side, you're guarding her, adjusted help so that she cannot catch and shoot a three. And again, you got to give credit to Ajanique for getting open and banging down shots. But that was really tough to watch her do that. So I would say that would be the biggest part of the game plan that we didn't execute.
Got time for one more. We'll go second row.
Peyton Hopp of the DePaul. So you stepped in for Doug Bruno and you ended the season with a 13-19 record. How are you feeling currently after this whole season?
I just, I had visions of us really coming in here and playing great, and that's what I thought our players did a great job this year, just like hanging in there and staying with it and dealing with the adversity. And I wanted them to be rewarded by coming in and having a great weekend. But I wanted this to be their moment, but you got to work, you got to make it be your moment, and we didn't get that done. So right now I'm just thinking about the fact that I wanted this to be our team's moment, and we didn't. And you gotta make it, and we didn't make it our moment, So that's really all I'm thinking about. And again, like I started, I just thank Jorie Allen again in the locker room for being just a tremendous leader for us this season.
Coach, thank you so much.
Thank you.